The Supreme Court just lashed out at Donald Trump in a pivotal campaign finance case, and in this rare moment of candor, one justice revealed just how disgusted she is with the current system. Brace yourselves, beautiful viewers. This is wild. I'm David Reddish. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. And once again, before we begin, please subscribe to our channel to help us bring you breaking news out of Washington and to fight back against the Republican oligarchy. With your help, we can keep American democracy alive. Speaking of, on to our story. And I suppose I should apologize here, because for this headline, we have to talk about someone that is likely to make you break out in hives: Elon Musk. And don't be alarmed if you do. That just means you have a healthy immune system. As you will no doubt recall, no matter how hard you try to forget, Elon Musk became the single largest donor to Donald Trump's presidential campaign last year, donating between $300 and $500 million to re-elect the felon president. In exchange, Musk became one of Trump's closest advisors, overseeing the train wreck known as Doge. See our other videos to review that mess, though I would point out Doge is effectively dead with a year left in its charter and cost Americans more money than it actually saved. Perhaps because of that train wreck, Musk and Trump parted company over the summer. Here's a little recap.
White House, Eamon.
Yeah, Scott, this is blistering criticism now from Elon Musk on social media, just responding to the president's event in the Oval Office a short time ago. Elon Musk posting on X, his social media platform, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." He goes on to post two words: "Such ingratitude." Now, that follows on President Trump appearing in the Oval Office alongside the Chancellor of Germany. The president saying that he would have won Pennsylvania without Elon Musk. He was doing just fine. And the president, by his own terms, very measured in his criticism of Elon Musk. But he did say that Musk was for his big spending bill until he came out against it after leaving government, and that Musk had been totally briefed on that spending bill before he left government. Musk taking to social media during that press availability to say that was false. He had not seen the bill until after the fact, and it was done in the dark of night. So an erupting political controversy and sort of political fisticuffs, I guess is the way to describe this.
Oh, Christ. And if the Musk-Trump symbiosis is enough to make you want to swallow broken glass, well, you're not alone. And that disgust is going around. Stay with me here. Of course, Musk's outsized role in government and the Trump campaign would not have been possible if the Supreme Court hadn't loosened campaign finance law in the 2010 Citizens United case. That decision allowed for unlimited spending by private donors and corporations, heavily shifting the balance of American democracy toward the wealthiest among us. And if you're wondering what guards there are against billionaires or corporations essentially buying candidates with quid pro quo donations, well, congratulations, because you have common sense. Because there are none. And now one Supreme Court justice just came out and said as much. At the moment, the National Republican Senatorial Committee is suing the Federal Election Commission, claiming that its long-standing legal limits on coordinated spending, enacted to prevent corruption, violate the First Amendment. And during those arguments, the wise old Latina Sonia Sotomayor took the Republican Senatorial Committee to task, along with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Have a listen. And this is a longer clip, but you'll want to hear the whole thing.
Justice Sotomayor.
Your answer is suggesting to me that every time we interfere with the congressional design, we make matters worse. You're telling us that Citizens United and McCutcheon ended up, yes, in amplifying the voice of corporations, but diminishing another voice, that of the party. Now, you want to now tinker some more and try to raise the voice of one party. Our tinkering causes more harm than it does good.
Your Honor, I personally never think free speech makes things worse. I think it virtually always makes it better.
So you think it's from McCutcheon that in the 2016 election, Hillary Clinton set up a joint victory fund with the DNC and 32 state parties, which allowed a single donor to give up to $356,000. That's quite a difference from the individual limit. In 2024, Donald Trump's campaign launched a joint fundraising operation with his own leadership PAC the RNC, and 40 state Republican Party committees that saw donations of up to $814,600. And because of the disclosures, he knows exactly who gave all that money. I'm not picking on Donald Trump. Joe Biden's Victory Fund, together with the DNC and the party committees of all 50 states, raised up to $1.3 billion. And now you want to say we want to take, because once we take off this coordinated expenditure limits, then what's left? What's left is nothing, no control whatsoever.
So with all respect, Your Honor, I don't have a problem with the various statistics you just cited in the absence of any evidence or any suggestion it was ever tied to quid pro quo corruption. And that is the teaching of this case. Is more speech is always better than less speech.
You mean to suggest that the fact that one major donor to the current president, the most major donor to the current president, got a very lucrative job immediately upon election from the new administration, does not give the appearance of a quid pro quo?
Your Honor, I'm not 100% sure about the example that you're looking at, but if I am familiar, if I think I know what you're talking about, I have a hard time thinking that his salary that he drew from the federal government was an effective quid pro quo bribery, which may be why nobody has even remotely suggested that.
Maybe not the salary, but certainly the lucrative government contracts might be.
Well, there it is. And good on Justice Sotomayor for calling out what is a transparent quid pro quo. The only question at this point is how could anyone look at the Musk-Trump relationship, or the relationship with the Ellisons, or let's be real, the Saudis who contributed dark money via Trump coin, and not think a quid pro quo is going on. Heck, look at how Trump reacted when the Qataris offered him a jet, or when FIFA created a janky peace prize to soothe Trump's ego. Regardless of what happens at the high court, the reality is Trump has turned the presidency into a grift, thanks in large part to the lack of campaign finance laws that put him back in the Oval Office. Of course, there are other ways to establish checks on presidential power and block those quid pro quos. Expand Congress now. This is Occupy Democrats.